What's up, world? Welcome to the WWA Wakeboard World Series Rundown. We are in Vienna, Austria for the Vienna Pro presented by Malibu Boats and Rockstar Energy. I have Oli Derome out here with me today. Oli, congratulations first off for making it through.
Thanks,
How
Tom.
was it?
It was good. It was a little bit of strategy came into play today. The conditions were not easy. There was some current, there were some rollers, there were a bit of boat traffic. So all considering, the riding was good, the wake was nice, and we could rely on the wake for everything. So it was
absolutely
challenging, but it was good.
So is it pretty unique riding like up next to all these big tankers and a lot of stuff we traditionally don't see on the Wakeboard World Series?
It was a little special, but there was so much going on that I didn't take the time to enjoy the backgrounds of the, how do you call this river? The Dunabe River?
That's it.
But I just tried to make sure I could have a good ride, enjoy it. I'll never forget this ride. It was memorable because it was so intense.
Absolutely.
Then I got back to the dock and I was like out of breath, and the guys were looking at me like, how was it? I was like, well, it's something out there. Just take your time and consider all the variables, but get in there.
Well, I think one thing we're all stoked on was the crowd out here today. We had an absolutely large crowd that was in it the entire time. They were here early and they stayed late, so that's a big bonus right there. But let's get right into this. The pro women. Wow, what an incredible opening round for them. We had a lot of shakeups and a lot of really killer runs. Personally, one of my favorite runs of the day was Alice Varag. Man, she really mixed it all up. She had a Rayleigh in her run, she had spins, both backside, frontside, switch, and regular. Nicola Butler also threw down. But I'll tell you, I know you saw this one, Taylor McCullough. Unfortunately, like what we were just talking about, the conditions got the best of her. Yeah. What do you think necessarily got into her to make her go down so early?
Well, the conditions are not easy. It's kind of the scenario where you got to put it out there, but you're not willing to risk it, maybe take the fall, and sometimes you push the risk a little further to get that top seed to finals round, and I think that might have what was the situation there. I think that might have been the problem.
I think you're right, man. Plus, she had a really tough heat, too, with all the other girls that threw down in there, so definitely going to be pretty crazy because she's ranked #2 in the Wakeboard World Series, closely behind Jamie Lopina, followed by Rami, who is not present here, then Tara, Megan, and then Nicola. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all shapes up tomorrow, but let's get into your division, actually. And what was one of your highlights of the day?
It's kind of scattered. Like, there was a couple rides that were really good, and everyone high peaks and valleys in their rides. But all in all, Harley going for the double tantrum in a second pass, which is not the best strategy because the current brings you back, and there's no 3/4 buoys, which is also a big point if you guys didn't know. And during the riders meeting this morning, no 3/4 buoys, which means if you fall halfway through your run and the current carries you down, you're done. So you got to be, a little bit more strategic about the trick placements and where you do them and where you're willing to take a risk.
Absolutely, and that's how you know right there that Oli is a veteran right there. So using the current to his advantage, there was many other riders, that again tried to go all out on their first pass, so this way their second pass, they were trying not to have to worry about getting washed down course. Of course, like you said, Harley rode really good. Nick Rappa absolutely threw down. Corey did, and Dowdy also, another one winning his heat. Noah showing up last minute, squeaking by and making it through. How crazy was that, man?
Yeah, for you guys at home, you don't know, but Noah's flight didn't make his first flight here, so he had to go back to the embassy, renew his passport, and then fly here on a red-eye flight. Made it in time for wake surfing and then quarterfinals for wakeboarding, so he's had a hectic couple of hours, but he made it through. He showed up and did it.
Hey, that's commitment. When you want to get out behind that juiced M235 wake, whether it's surf or wakeboard, you do whatever it takes. So it's going to be pretty wild going into tomorrow. We're expected to have somewhat similar conditions. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for calm water because I know my man Ollie's going to throw down, his brother, a lot of the other guys out there, so it's going to be an interesting day. Definitely. Semifinals are going to be really tough, man. Yeah. One goes through, I believe, maybe two. So
I think it's 4 heats of 4. Top 2 make it onto final 8, which doesn't leave much margin for error considering the conditions and the field of riders that we have out here.
Woo! So that's going to be it, man. You can definitely expect to see Oli out here tomorrow, riding good along with all the other guys. It's going to be an amazing show here in Vienna, Austria. And thank you again